Hello and welcome to the start of a brand new series. We're going to be playing as Daemon Blackfyre, who is a bastard son of Aegon IV, the Unworthy. Now, Aegon IV is quite interesting because he had a ton of bastards. He had so many children, and well, basically, he on his deathbed, he decided to legitimize all of them, which is a problem because now everybody has claims. So this is many years after he did this. And we have decided to have a rebellion. We've been a couple of different reasons. Our love for our sister, who's being married to Dorne. We also have a half brother who is pressuring us. He's really pushing for us to press the claim, Aegor Bittersteel, and we're going to do it. Especially as our sibling Darion the Good may not have as strong a claim to the throne as first imagined, as he may be a bastard of a different one of our uncles, which we will get to in just a second. So let's get started. Though bastard born, I am Targaryen on both sides. Seeing this, my father, King Aegon IV, legitimized me in addition to bestowing upon me Blackfyre, the sword of the Targaryen kings. Rumors abound that my half-brother, King Darion II, is bastard of my uncle Aemon the Dragon Knight, making me the rightful heir to the Iron Throne, as he would be a bastard with no claim to the throne, and we would be a bastard who has been legitimized. So I will claim what is mine. So, first things first, we need to set up everything. Pick an ambition. We are going to pick see our house on the Iron Throne. Seems like that's the only sensible one to pick. We're also going to pick a focus, and we're going to pick war. This is going to be a difficult war to do, but I think it's doable. So, we're going to pick war. We also have to get all of our children education focuses, which is going to take just a second. But for two of our children, we're going to send them off, because we have the Archon of Tyrosh, and he is our father-in-law. And we're going to send two of our children to him. Why are we going to do that? Well, if we want an alliance with him, originally he will say no. However, if we send a couple of children, I believe that will get his opinion high enough that we will actually be able to secure an alliance. So, let's start that off. Let's get our children educated with them. I'm going to choose Aenys. There we go. And he can be educated by Oro. And we'll wait for that to come back. And for the rest of them, we will choose some focuses. So for our firstborn, we will choose Prideful, because that's the one for leadership. And for the rest, we will choose Duty. Apart from, for the girls, we will choose Etiquette. Right, there we go. Etiquette. Let's get all of this set up. Daemon, gonna be a bit of duty there. We're gonna skip Hagen because he's going away. Daenerys can be etiquette. And then we'll get Aerion, who is 5, which is why I didn't send him off, because he's too young to be sent away right now. He can also be duty. We'll just set them up right now. We have Aerys, duty, and we have Morella, who will be etiquette. There we go. Done them set up, and it's Hagen and Aenys. Yes, that seems fine. Our council is all set up first, quite nicely. What I'm going to do right at the start, though, is I'm going to go send our Justicar to improve relations in Dorne. Dorne are the people who like us the most out of the people who are not in our side of the war. Basically, everyone who's in our side of the war is in grey right now, or they're neutral. And everybody who's on the other side of the war is obviously in red. Basically, they're just kind of, they're not for the game's purposes necessarily in the war. I don't know how it's quite worked out under the hood, but grey's in the war on our side for most of it. Except for the people who are just totally neutral, but there aren't that many of them. Anyway, there's our army. Let's set up our leaders. We're going to lead the center. We're an inspiring leader. And we have 33 marshals. So we can actually win some very unfair odds. We have Aegor on one of ours. He's very, very, very good at fighting. And then we're going to have Bertrand on the other. And he is an organizer, and it's all good. And he'll be fantastic. Although, he's also a siege leader. I was thinking we could maybe go for this heavy infantry leader that we have down here. But I think we're going to go for Bertrand just because of the siege. I think it's going to really help out for some of the plans I have. Now, to be fully transparent, I have tried this once or twice and it hasn't gone fantastically. But it will go fantastically this time. Let's speed it up a little bit. We should have a reply from our father our father-in-law any second now. There we go. Check he won't take the alliance after one child. No, he won't. So we will send him another. We'll send him Hagen. There we go. Okay, and that's a child we don't need to worry about, right? No, we still have to set the focuses. Oh well. We'll set the focuses to duty for both of them anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. There we go. Right. And we're basically heading straight down here to King's Landing to try and take out the enemy host at the start. Now, there is potential arguments to be made for maybe charging up here, trying to get some of these guys, maybe trying to get the Vale out of the war or something like that. The problem is with that is that we hold Bram's Fort, and this is our only province. It's the only thing that we hold, therefore if he sieges it, 100% war score. So we need to make sure that does not happen, which means that we basically have to stay around here. History is a subject that has always fascinated you. You have spent the last few weeks studying the campaigns of the Valyrian Freehold. There are many lessons to be learned from their conquest against the old Giscari Empire. Devote more time to studying this. Okay, so we got some extra martial. I'll help out a little bit. Probably not that much, but I'll help out a little bit. Good, he accepted the guardianship contract. We can now form an alliance. He doesn't like us enough for an alliance. Do we have to send a third child to him? We can't send a third child to him. Oh well. That's a little bit unfortunate. Tyrosh does have 9,000 men? 10,000 men, but they don't want to send them to us. That's fine. We can get it. We don't necessarily need it, and we can get other stuff later. Let's try and get this army in Rosebery. They're kind of separated, and we can probably grab a quick army wipe. There we go. We got all 7,000 of them. Perfect. That is Lord Daemon Blackfyre. As he calls in, you're strong against your enemies. I'll take up arms, stand beside you. Regards, Lord Dermot Corbury. Now, he controls Hearthstone, which is actually right next to the Vale. It's right in the center of the Vale. That's actually really good for us. Right. And Darien's dead already. He's killed by Bertrand Crackhall in our battle, I suppose, in Rosebery. My lord, his grace King Darien has taken his last breath. May he repose in peace. Now his heir, Prince Baelor Targaryen, will take the throne and rule the Seven Kingdoms henceforth. Now, I believe in the books, Baelor does not actually take the throne. I believe he dies at Ashford in defending Duncan's Hall. If I've got it right, it might be a different Baelor. I think it's this one though. I do not care for this foreign king. Yeah, the Targaryens like their names and like reusing them. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to actually remember which one's which, but I think that's right. If it's wrong, it's still a cool story that he got in charge after his father has died. Let's really try and get this army. We want to get this one, and we really want to get this one before he crosses the river. If we can't get him before he crosses the river, it doesn't matter. But we don't want to cross the river to get him, obviously. Oh, good. Dorne likes us a little bit more. But we want to try and get them before they can merge up into, like, an Uber army. I mean, there is the argument that we can maybe just go for King's Landing now, which I might do. Can we get here before this army moves? Not quite. We'll go there, King's Landing. Force them to move out of the way, and then go straight for King's Landing. Force an army to fight us. Oh, Harrenhal caught him. Perfect. We can take his army out. Good. We get to King's Landing before anything else. No. Master Aenus died, so we will replace him with Quentin Ball. I mean, is he leading one of our armies? I don't think so. I guess he can be our Castilian. That's fine. Yeah, he's not leading our armies right now. We will head into King's Landing. Daemon is learning the art of swordsmanship. Good. He's got dragon dreams. He's a poor fighter, though. Special character actions. We can take Daemon as a squire because he is a poor fighter, I guess. I mean, sure. We'll take him as a squire. No real problem with that. We are going to get to King's Landing in time. Good. You're separated from your men in the chaos of battle. Now you find yourself in the midst of war. As you scan the field and try to rejoin your forces, you've seen Prince Maekar break through the enemy ranks and charge you. Now Maekar, our nephew, only has a dual skill multiplier of 8. We have a dual skill multiplier of 22. We should be fine. Prepare to die, Targaryen scum. But he ran away. He breaks his charge and flees. You pursue but lose track of him in the chaos. Our troops get some morale. Perfect. And we are now on the Red Keep. Now it's 5.3% every 12 days. So if we sit here, there's a high chance we might be able to just siege this down, which is what I'm going to try and do. I have previously tried to fight the armies off, but they tend to overwhelm you. I feel if we can actually get this Red Keep like really quickly, it'll probably work out well. And we're close enough to Bramsfort that we can just move over there if they start to siege, and we think their siege is going to succeed. Fantastic. Dorne likes us even more. Good work there by our Castilian, is it? Or is it? It's a Justicar. Okay. Now, a few of our allies' armies are being destroyed here, but it looks like Harrenhal's beating... is that the Riverlands Tully army? I don't know who controls it right now. As indeed the Tully army, who's been beaten. Our siege of King's Landing is going okay. I'm hoping that by sieging this and getting far in the siege, the enemy will have to send their men to us, and we can then have the advantage. Especially, I believe, because there's a river crossing between these two, is there not? No river crossings to King's Landing. Interesting. It looks like there should be a river. Oh well, that's fine. I guess it's because the river is in the centre of the province. Neither side actually has hitting us. I'm the rightful ruler of the Seven Kingdoms, and King's Landing is an integral part of that title. It should be mine. It is my city. So we get some strong claims. Good. Yep, they attacked us over here, and we destroyed their couple hundred men army. And that's what I'm really hoping keeps happening. They keep sending men into us, and we can eventually beat them, while Harrenhal kind of keeps them off at the sides, which seems to be working out fantastically as a strategy for us. And I think we can keep doing this. This is actually my best attempt so far, so this is going very well. We got about halfway on the siege. We got a few good fights off early. We didn't get Tyrosh to join us, but it doesn't really matter that much, because it takes them a while to get their armies over here, and generally by that point it's decided who's going to win. Okay, defenders are falling. Anything else really happening over here? No, although it looks like Baelor is now defending himself. Is that what happened? Oh no, that would be here. That face did change, right? I don't know. Doesn't matter at all. My friend Sir Quentin Ball has expressed a desire to get married. He has asked for my permission to find a suitable spouse. Of course, marry as you please. Oh, we have a very large army hitting us here. 16,000 men. This is going to be really the decider. Now, of course, this Harrenhal army and Castamere army and Case army could come up and help us. And in fact, if they did, we'd have more men. But I don't think it's going to. Luckily, if the Targaryens decide to keep sieging, we should have enough to push off the Lannister army. And they don't have enough men to siege Bramsfort. I guess it was given extra siege power, like it was given extra fort level so that you couldn't just get sieged early and you didn't have to protect it as much as we are. Okay, so the Vale's, it's now the Vale army. But we should do alright in an army versus army. We should really win and destroy them. However, it's the 9,000 men I'm worried about. They're going to get here on the 6th, so we get 7 days to beat them. Not ridiculous, in fact we already have. Pretty much. Well, we might win it, and we did. Fantastic. I think this might be actually the war. Because their armies have to retreat. We only have to get 4.6% every 12 days. It's not going to take too long to do. Our morale should come back. And the Harrenhal should be able to keep them off at the sides. My lord, my friend Sir Quentin Fireball, who has married himself to Sabrina. Not the teenage witch, actually just a random strategist. Wants to be our regent. Sure, you can be our regent. He's our friend. Doesn't seem ridiculous as an idea. We'll siege it down. And hopefully this will be us controlling King's Landing. Sir Simon has been a leal-enabled servant, having successfully completed many tasks in the aid of the Blackfyre host. Yes, he has. He's our Justicar. He's been helping out in Dorne. I will pay him the 1 gold that he wants. That's fine. And we are about to take this. 2 more ticks. We have 1 army about to attack us. Oh, but we got it. Good. My lord, we'll search the dungeons at once, so we can release all the prisoners. And that means that Simon Sunglass is released from prison. Or whoever these people are, they smell like they belong here. We'll release all the prisoners. My lord, their leader is not here. Well, we will of course take his family with us. That gives us 100% war score. We will offer our peace, enforce our demands. There is no white peace in this war. Interesting. We'll enforce our demands. And we have just taken the Iron Throne from Lord Baelor Breakspear. We've taken a whole bunch. And that is fantastic. Well, that's gone much better than any of the other attempts. So, are these special spawn troops? Yes, they are. So we get to keep them. Good. And now we have to basically set up the realm. whole bunch of stuff we need to do. We need to move our capital to King's Landing, we need to request coronation, we need to hand out all of our titles, we need to do all of that stuff, but we are going to do all of that next time. As this is the first episode in a series, if you liked it, please leave a like, leave a comment, unlike it. If you don't like it, well, dislike it. Do any of that stuff. It really helps with search rankings. And I hope that we're going to keep this series going for a little bit. We're going to clean up the realm. We're going to educate our children. It's going to be cool. We've got a whole planned things. There's wars between Pentos and Bravos that we can get involved in. We've got our alliance with Tyrosh, and we've got all of that affecting different things. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the rest of the series and in all my other series. See you then. Goodbye.